Yeah, hey, Larry here with PriceIt software. I want to show you how to get your artwork out the door, get it approved on a job, or some of you for an estimate as well. But I want to show you what we need to do here. So we have our customer here. It's still an estimate. Um, Typically, we don't touch artwork until we have a commitment from a customer or a deposit. But you do you. I digress. We're going to turn this into a job right now. Let's go ahead and turn it into a job, and we'll put in our deadline, and it's a pickup, and we'll just say convert to job. All right. So a lot of people miss this first step, which is the very first step in getting this done, is I want you to keep an eye up here. So let's look up here. We don't have anything lit up. So you'd see something lit up here that tells you you've got to provide artwork and mock-ups to get it done. The reason nothing is here is because we haven't put in our print colors down here, or at least a number of print colors. So in this case, let's do something simple like I don't know, like a 3-color front. Now watch what happens up here when I choose this. So ready? Here we go. Now this is lit up. So don't miss that step. That'll also help you with your calculations, because unless this is filled in, your pricing grid is going to do you absolutely no good. So we put in our 3. We're going to come up here. We see this is lit up. Orange means artwork is needed. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going up to the artwork section. Once we're in here, this is sort of like our placeholders for the artwork, and this is where they need to go so that they show up in things like your work order, also on your estimates and invoices, and most importantly, for your mock-ups. So we have nothing here. It does say proof is needed, but let's get our artwork first, okay? So let's click in here, say get art. And we're not going to use this one. We're going to use something else. So probably the easiest way to do this is just to, right click into here and say we're going to insert picture. We're going to go to the folder that says Horseshoe Acres. We're going to select it. We're going to say okay. Now, at this point, you can put in your ink colors if you want. This certainly will help things along with the customer later, if they want to see in their mock-up what colors you'll be using. So I'm just going to type in some here. Plus, when you go to do this in the future, you won't have to reinvent the wheel. So you could put in whatever, you could put numbers in there, you could put in colors, whatever floats your boat. And if you want, you could put your mesh counts in there if you know what they're going to be, again, so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel later. So anyway, we now have this artwork in the placeholder. We're going to click on select. We're going to select this one. And now it's showed up here, and we can put more design info in here. I'll just put more info just so you can see where that shows up, and the size of the image. And let's say it's somewhere around 10 inches. So it's going to be the front. And so now that we have this all filled out, we need to load this into our mockup system. So it says here, proof is needed. So great. Let's click on that thing right here. And we could send this off, but this isn't as much fun as getting a mock-up done that looks pretty cool on a t-shirt. So let's do that. So, or you could, if you want, paste your own mock-ups in here if you'd like, whatever works for you. But let me show you the way we've set it up to make it work for folks that want to make their mock-ups through our system. So I'm going to click on here where it says mock-up. Okay, so it's going to open this up, and some of these will remove like some background colors and stuff like that. We don't want to do that because there is white in this design. So we're going to leave this one as is. We're going to say use this one. We could say remove background if we want. It would look like this, and we could use this one. But in this case, let's use this one. Now we just choose our shirt. Click into here. Now there's also a way you can get your shirts and your backgrounds. And we do have another video for that you could check out, searching for how to get background images for your mockups. It's a whole nother video. You can look that up in our training video section of our website. Just type it in the search field and you'll find it, no problem at all. So here we are. We've placed it on our image. We're going to click save. All right. And that's going to appear here. And then from here, we can send this out via email or text to the customer with an approval link. So we can see right here, ink colors are here. We have an image size here, locations here. If I click on see history, we can see that the proof was created by me. Let's get this thing sent out. Again, email or text. Some of us like to do both ways so that folks that don't sit behind their computer all day will have quick access to it through their cell phone. So you could send text or email, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen when I do either of these. If I click onto preview right here, it's going to open it up in a browser. And this is what the customer is going to see. There's some information here. And from here, they can see the history of what's happened with this. So if you begin a back and forth dialogue with them on maybe they say we want the image moved up or we want it bigger, whatever that looks like, they can create they can look at their invoice, PDF, excuse me, a PDF of their invoice, or they can create a PDF of this mock-up so they can show it around, whatever. So let's see if we approve it. They just need to, if I clicked in here, it's going to ask for, my initials or my name and all that. If you click disapprove, it's not only going to ask for my initials, but what's wrong with it. I'm just going to say, move image up, please. And then they can put in who's disapproved by, and then submit changes. Yes. Now, once the customer has done this, you're going to get an email saying that they have interacted with the artwork. On their end, they're going to see you'll now be directed to our website. Of course, it'll bring them over to your website. It'll be branded with yours, not ours. Meanwhile, back at PriceIt, you've received the notification that customers interacted. You're going to log in. There's a couple places you could see this. So if I go back here, let's see, we say yes. If we go back here, we can go into the artwork section here and see move image up, please, or we can go to the mock-up itself and click on see history, and we'll see that information here. And then you could begin that back and forth dialogue. In this case, you would just replace this with another mock-up, send it off, and wait for approval. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, please give us a call. It's 802-257-5188. Thanks a lot.